Hey party people, Jeff Stormer here with a very special episode for you this week. We are publicly releasing one of our Patreon exclusive Party of One Plus One bonus sequel episodes of the show for a very, very special reason. My guest in this episode is Jadzia Axelrod, who is not just a recurring guest on the show, not just one of my favorite people, but the author of the brand new, just out in the world, sequel graphic novel, Galaxy as the World Falls Down. Galaxy as the World Falls Down is the sequel to one of my actual favorite graphic novels in years and years and years, Galaxy the Prettiest Star. It follows Galaxy, who is a superhero, trans-lesbian alien princess, as she moves to Metropolis, decides the hero that she wants to be, meets her icons, and also faces down the alien empire that wants her dead. It is a story about queerness and community and growing up and living in a world that is often not safe for you. I genuinely cannot wait to read it. I am so excited. And one of the reasons I'm so excited to release this episode is that Jadzia and I sat down to do a Galaxy fan fiction superhero adventure. So we get to play around with this character and tell a little bit of a superhero story. I really cannot wait for you to hear this one. I think I'm really happy with it. You can learn more about Galaxy in the show notes. And with all that said, let me throw it over to me in the past. Here's the episode. Enjoy. Hey, party people! Welcome to the first ever episode of Party of One Plus One, a Patreon exclusive Party of One side series, where we keep the conversation going with some of our favorite Party of One guests through sequel episodes, deeper dives, and even more two-player role-playing game hangouts. In this episode, I am thrilled to be sitting down once again with award-winning podcaster, DC Comics writer, and honestly beloved friend of the show, Jadzia Axelrod, for a very special Powered by the Apocalypse superhero story starring none other than the star of Jadzia's smash hit DC graphic novel, Galaxy the Prettiest Star. We are telling a Galaxy super story piece of DC fan fiction today. And I gotta tell you, I am so fucking stoked. We are using, if you remember, the bespoke PBTA system that Jadzia brought to the show for the episode 100, where we played a Superman game. We have brought this back out, we have Galaxyified it, and it's the coolest thing in the world. And so rather than talk your ear off, let's go ahead and jump right into the episode. And you know how it goes. We are going to throw it over to me in the past so that he can get started with the show. Take it past me. Thanks, future me. Excited's not the word to use. I'm here with Jadzia Axelrod. Jadzia, thank you so much for coming back on Party of One.
Oh my gosh. How could I not? I've only been begging you to come back for years.
It's true. It's very true. One of the reasons why I wanted to really start making an effort to do these sequel episodes is because there are people that I love dearly, like yourself, that are I desperately want to do the show again. And I'm I got to find space for it. So I'm glad that we've carved out this opportunity, especially because we are going to do something in the nature of what we've done before, ambitious and weird and silly, and that I've been excited for weeks now. But
you and me both.
Before we get into all of that, why don't you take a moment and let our lovely listeners at home know about anything you've got going on you want them to know about?
Oh, certainly. Well, as you may or may not be aware, I am a writer, specifically recently a comic book writer, and I have written a couple books, which you should look out for. Number one, Galaxy the Prettiest Star, which came out now 2 years ago, because it's 2024. That happened.
Somewhere along the line. I'm not happy about it.
So, Galaxy came out in 2022. So, Galaxy the Prettiest Star, which is a graphic novel that came out about a trans queer superhero. If that delights you, pick that up. It's wonderful. It has a unique distinction that I like to crow about every now and then.
I'm listening.
Yeah, well, Galaxy is currently the only trans superhero to have her name in the title of her book.
No, that rules. That's just, that's very cool. What a distinction.
In a Marvel DC context. I'm sure there's there might be others that have
within the Marvel DC universe. I mean, that's I would also crow about that distinction. That's a pretty cool distinction to own.
It's pretty wild. I know this because I researched queer and trans superheroes.
You're a bit of an expert on the topic.
A bit. I did literally write the book, the DC Book of Pride, which is about some, not nearly all, but some of DC's queer and trans superheroes, and that was a fun book. And also, I just wrote the Hawk Girl miniseries, of which Galaxy, from Galaxy Pretty the Star, does appear as a supporting character.
The thing about your friend being an official writer for DC Comics is the two things is that, one, I get to say that in context, and I do often. I need that noted. I will often lean back on my friend Jadzia, the writer for DC Comics, creator of Galaxy the Prettiest Star. I'm not above saying that I will shamelessly name drop on this front. But two, getting to see the response to both Galaxy and Hawkgirl has been delightful and joyful, and I beam whenever I see a retweet of just someone gushing about how much they love these two books, which I see at least once a day.
It's wild because you and I, way back in the day, used to talk about what I would do if I got a chance to write
this is true.
These kind of stories, and now I am doing it.
And I'm watching it happen in real time, and it's very, very gratifying. And now, speaking of Galaxy, I believe that is what we are doing here today.
What? Are we doing Galaxy today?
I believe we are doing a Galaxy story today, a piece of unofficial fan fiction. I'm saying that up front to note that this is an unofficial work of fan fiction. We are telling a Galaxy story today. We are using the same sort of powered by the apocalypse superhero system that we used way back when to tell a Superman story, and we are
Superpowered by the apocalypse.
It's very good. It's very good. And we are going to tell a Galaxy story. We talked about this a little bit.
Yes.
And I want to ask you, what, obviously there's the things that we know we're both excited about. What are you excited to bring to, what are you bringing to the table to this game that you're excited to dig into?
Well, first off, it's going to be fun to pretend to be Galaxy for play.
Sure.
And not for work.
Not for play and not for work. Sure.
Or this is bringing my work home with me. One of those. It is unclear. When your job is to make things up, where does that line end and that a new one begin? I do not know. I don't think I'm bringing anything other than just this is going to be a fun time.
That's a good energy. I'm glad that this is low stakes friend hangout fun. That's a
very
good
low stakes. We're not trying to solve any character problems through this.
I don't
have any story blocks that I need fixed. I am all set. I have my custom made Galaxy playbook.
The moves on it are immaculate. Can you just do me a favor? Even the ones that you didn't pick, just read the move titles.
Certainly. The first number 1 is Sandy Vision, which is a common superhero, Galaxy superpower in the books. But we also have Let's Dance, which allows me to use weird instead of hard. Moon Age Daydream, which gives me 1 plus more weird. Looking for Satellites, which is about reading a charged situation. Black Star, which is allows me to use weird instead of cool. Space Oddity, where I get +1 armor if I go straight into danger without hedging my bets. And those are the super moves. And then secret identity moves, I have Station to Station, where I can read a person, and I can always ask, is that character telling the truth for free? Modern Love, where I would gain a super point at any time I am publicly noticeably gay. And Diamond Dog, which is the only one I have to take, which is Argus, my loyal corgi-shaped robot, is here to help.
Crucially, not a corgi. Shaped like a corgi.
Shaped like a corgi. And that gives me +1 in any cool or sharp roll.
We decided that we were doing this, and I really need it noted. Within the hour, same day, I feel
Same day.
I got this image that was fully formatted with all of these names and the David Bowie references, and it encapsulated exactly why I am excited about this particular game.
Yeah, I went whole hog with this. Just went to town. This is based, for those of you who are deep into Powered by the Apocalypse lore, this is based mainly on the Savvy Head with a little brainer bits and pieces, which fits Galaxy quite
That feels good.
Yeah.
And so the other thing that we talked about was we were like, what playground do we want to play in? And Galaxy, as an adult, has moved to Metropolis, specifically A Town, and which is a Jadzia Axelrod creation, which fills me with joy.
Which has taken on a life of its own, which is absolutely wild.
That is a very cool feeling.
It has shown up in Action Comics, and there's been stuff that's happened over there that I have nothing to do with. It just is there. And then it's a major set piece in Nicole Main's upcoming graphic novel, Bad Dream, A Dreamer's Story.
What a good feeling.
Yeah.
So Galaxy lives in a town metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
And notably, we had said the thing we were really looking to do was kind of play in the Metropolis toy box a little bit.
Yeah.
Throw in some Superman universe characters. So I did some deep diving. I found a very obscure Superman character to anchor this around. Gosh. And I'm so thrilled to throw this out there and play in this. It's going to allow us to play in a few different spaces all at once that I think that we're going to have a blast with.
This is great. I do not know if I'm more excited to recognize the character or to not recognize the character, and you've done such a deep dive that I don't know who you're talking about.
I have baked in the editor's note of who the character is into the situation, so we're set there.
Wonderful.
With that, I would love to give you the opening segment.
Yes, please.
Metropolis is a city. And every city has its folklore traditions. The things that are perhaps obnoxious or strange or don't make sense to people outside of the city, but that are your reminder that you're home. Go Birds.
This is why I love being on your show, because of these wonderfully bespoke moments that you create for whoever is in the chair I'm sitting in now, but especially for me.
that was for you more than anyone else in this world. And in Metropolis,
it's like it's my birthday.
It's like it's your birthday. And in Metropolis, that one's pretty simple. And we open on a street scene in Metropolis. It's late in the evening. There are people strolling through one of the many parks in the city, and we see a very familiar blue and red swoosh in the air. It always starts the same way. Somebody points in the sky ever since he first showed up and says it. Look, it's a bird. No matter where you are, someone else will stop and carry it on and say the other part. It's a plane! And if there's a third person, someone will stop what they're doing and finish it off and go, it's, oh God. We cut to chaos in the park, full page spread, smashing down, blowing up a statue, is a figure that looks mostly like Superman. Mm-hmm. The robot parts don't quite look like Superman, but like the human bits pretty much exactly.
Oh no.
And is smashing and screams out, "Where is he?" Hard cut.
Oh no.
So we start out in the secret identity portion of the game.
Is this Hank Henshaw?
So that is Hank Henshaw.
Oh,
the cyborg Superman.
Oh fuck.
We cut to, so this is a very good first. I've as I was prepping this scenario, like I've had to do some canon questions that I need your input on.
Of course.
How long has
And then I have a role playing question once we're done.
All right, great. My 2-part question is: how long has it been since Superman died and came back to life? And was Galaxy on Earth when that happened?
Okay. All right. This is unofficial. I want to make this clear.
All unofficial. This is just grounding us in our story.
Because there is obviously no right answer to this.
Sure.
And it is made more complex by the fact that Galaxy canonically has existed in the DC universe for 6 years.
Yeah.
And even then, she was on Earth 6 years before that. So 12 years, she has been on Earth. 6 years is Galaxy. And so, where in that 12 years, I would have to assume the death of Superman happened.
I always go with I know the standard comic book thing is like when you're establishing a time skip forward, it's like somewhere between 8 and 10 years.
Right. Well, the conventional wisdom was like everything had happened 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But then it got murky because characters like Dick Grayson and the other Teen Titans have aged up. And then you have other characters like Damian and...
who have markedly not aged in the same way.
But have an existence that's like... Damian's like 12 years old.
Yeah.
So obviously Batman has been Batman longer than 12 years.
Right.
In order to have a relationship with Talia that would later lead
and have been established enough that Ra's al Ghul went after him to have to marry his daughter. Sure.
Right. Unless, we can always say that... Damian was grown very quickly in a in a tub. But then
Sure.
how does that explain John Kent? And like, there's all this other. So like, if you think about it too hard, your brain will explode because it does not make sense.
Sure.
It cannot make sense. It should not make sense.
And that's the joy of superhero comics.
Indeed. So I'm gonna say, for the context of this game, maybe the context in general, but like for what we're talking about, I would say Galaxy was on Earth when Superman died, and being a diehard Superman fan as she is, she knew about it.
Probably followed the developments that came after.
Maybe wore a black armband to school. Who knows?
Who knows? I love that dearly. Great. So
I like the idea that Galaxy heard about Superman's death while in middle school, which is when I heard about Superman's death.
Sure. That feels right.
It doesn't it?
And it feels right to, the Galaxy the Prettiest, like the Galaxy that we see in The Prettiest Star as just as older high schooler, young adult, getting in that adolescent pre-adult period. That Galaxy would have heard about the death of Superman and had a full-blown celebrity death moment.
Sure.
And that feels
sense.
Right. That feels right to me. So, we're leaving all that aside for now. None of that matters for now. It's just good context for me to have.
Excellent.
But, where do we find, so the thing I know about Galaxy, especially as
you said there were two parts, is that?
The second part was how it was where was Galaxy on Earth when it happened?
I
and
see.
So, Galaxy was on Earth in middle school in Osmagap. We cut now to Metropolis. And
before we start though,
yes.
I do have a role-playing question.
Yes.
Who is playing Argus? Am I playing Argus or are you playing Argus?
I would love to play Argus.
Okay.
Unless you, I know that you love that corgi-shaped being.
The question is is this character a familiar in D&D terms, or is it my puppy? In which case,
I would say.
But if you want to play Argus, I'm happy to have you play Argus.
Here's what I'll say. I'm gonna Jeff Stormer it and say it's both.
Yeah.
I think it is for dialogue and reaction purposes. I am playing Argus, but
Wonderful.
For the purposes of Argus is investigating X or describing the actions that Argus is doing, I think you get say over those things.
I love that.
So the thing that I know about Galaxy, in her current state in Metropolis. Girl can't necessarily keep down a job.
She cannot.
So I think where we start is she has taken a temp position at Metropolis's own. Jadzia, do we which reference do we want to throw in here? It's
your game. I'm just along for the ride.
Is it Cadmus or is it Star? What's the big, slightly ominous sci-fi library or sci-fi laboratory that Galaxy is temping at this moment?
I think it's Star. She has some history with Star. I think it's Star.
So she is a temp position at Star Labs.
Is she a receptionist? Is she doing data entry?
She is doing data entry. Fits exactly perfectly into the crisis that's about to happen.
All right. Yeah, so she's got this stack of printouts.
Got a stack of printouts.
And is told to put all of this into the new database.
The other question I have for you is...
I love this job for her, by the way. This is so perfect.
Does Galaxy sleep?
Galaxy sleeps.
Galaxy sleeps. I thought so. I remember scenes of her waking up. Great. You haven't slept lately.
Oh, no.
It's been a rough week.
Yeah.
It's been two things that have been happening. One is, the sensation of morning sunlight kind of hitting your face, hitting your eyes even when they're closed and kind of jolting you awake.
Yes.
That has been you've been feeling that feeling, certain that you are feeling like a warm, rested 9-10 in the morning. You wake up and it is 3:30 in the morning.
Oh,
it is 2:30 in the it is the middle of the night, and you felt that feeling of daylight on your face. So at least for a little while, you are jolted awake and you cannot quite fall back asleep. It's not so much full insomnia. It's just you fall asleep, you get a couple hours, and then you get very restless sleep. That's been going on for a couple days, and then in the last day or two, there has been, you swear you have heard something to the effect of a car alarm or a beeping or something. It's the sensation. It's not necessarily hearing. It's the sensation of a car alarm or something beeping in the street that has jolted you awake,
Mm-hmm.
but you when you jostle Kat to ask her if she's heard anything, her exact words are, "Babe, I've lived in Metropolis my whole life. I slept through a boom tube going off one time. I'm going back to bed. Good night."
That's Kat for you.
So like there's been things happening at night. So Galaxy is specifically tired and doing this data entry work.
Mm-hmm.
How has the day been going?
Not great, I imagine. I think she got to work late, which is bizarre because she can fly there.
Sure.
But, like, it still takes time to get anywhere. And so she's got there late. She's a little flustered. She forgot her lunch. So she's going to have to deal with that at some point. It's not lunchtime yet.
Yep.
But, like, that knowledge that's like, I only get a half an hour for lunch. And if I have to go find lunch, it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have time to eat it.
Yeah.
So that's niggling at the back of her head. And then there's, like, this stack of papers seems to never end. She is still on the same page she started on.
Yep. It's been one of those days where you keep looking at the clock and going, oh my god, it's got to be 4:30. Oh no, it's been 7 minutes.
Yeah. Now she has a special monitor, which has been very sweet for them to provide because she can't use regular monitors due to her powers.
Sure.
So it's just like it's like an e-paper monitor.
Sure.
That she's doing it. So just black and white, and she's able to do data entry that way. But she is in a room with other people with other monitors. So there's a lot of ambient energy.
Yeah.
A lot of ambient noise that she has to filter out in general just to do her job.
Sure.
And so this seemed like a really good idea. Star Labs, she's had history there. This is a great place. It's a cushy job. She just goes in there and does the thing, but it's really becoming very difficult in just the job.
Yeah.
And then now all this other stuff, she's not as good at filtering out that ambient energy, that ambient noise.
And the two things that I think that are maybe don't even notice it at first, but between the ambient energy coming in and the data that you're filling out, there is numbers start to jump out at you. Like it's that sense of when you do data entry for a while, you learn to like phase out a little bit what you are writing, what you are entering into the system. One of the things, like much like the ambient energy of the computer monitors, you've been phasing out a lot of like what you've been typing into the computers, what you've been typing into your computer. That is also among the things that you've been noticing, and it's a lot of like monitoring energy reading levels throughout Metropolis. A fairly common activity. Metropolis is a city known for periodic energy spikes in one way or the other.
It's true.
And
don't I know it?
The levels here, the levels here look funky. There's no other way to put it. The readings look funky. You're catching glimpses, you're catching bits of information and energy off of the other machines that feels funky. Like there's a wrongness to the energy that you're inputting. Something in the city is throwing the energy levels off. It's hard to say exactly what it is. What are you doing with this knowledge, this information? Are you just sitting with it? What's going through Galaxy's head at this moment?
Well, I think I'm trying to keep it in the back of my head, right?
Sure.
I just want to get through the day.
Sure.
I can just get through the day. But it is something that's slowly in the back of my head. And because of that, I feel like there's some like power discharge that's happening that I'm not meaning to do.
Mm-hmm.
So like my hair's starting to fly around.
Yeah.
As if I was underwater. It's kind of doing a swirling thing. And maybe some like errant desk detritus, pencils, pens is starting to slowly circle around me. And I'm not aware I'm doing this, but I'm trying so hard not to think about it that I am thinking about it.
Yep. It's maybe all you can think about.
It's all I can think about right now.
I am going to call for a move at this moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to call for one of your super moves at this moment. I think this is a moment where your Ciandy vision is
I got to do
over.
it. I got it because I can't focus. I can't focus. I'm going to roll a Ciandy vision.
So talk to me about what you're rolling.
Yeah, we should talk about which moves I took. One of which is Ciandy Vision. I also took Less Dance and Moon Age Daydream. So it's a very weird forward character at this point. So I'm gonna. Oh, nice. So that's a 7.
Okay.
Thankfully, it was only a 4, but I do have +3 weird, so that came out of it. So I only get 1. But I'm going to ask the best question on here, and the most character-appropriate question, which is, what's wrong with this, and how might I fix it?
What's wrong with this is, you actually, like, Galaxy, I think in particular, has some experience just by nature of, like, coming to understand your powers, of, like, kind of reading between the lines of, like, what an energy source is, even if you're not quite in the same room with it.
Yeah.
It's a skill that you pick up when your power is managing and seeing energy. You learn to, like, spot these things. There is something causing an inordinate amount of, like, ultraviolet radiation. There is some kind of, like, the city seems too sunny, for lack of a better way to put it.
Seems too what?
Sunny. Too much, like, the confusing thing is that what you're seeing is unusual levels of, like, radiation, and it's not across the entire city. It's like a block radius, and then a block radius, and then a block radius.
I'm gonna get up out of my desk at that moment.
Okay.
And look out the nearest window. Like, go over to the nearest window.
Sure.
Argus, who's been at my feet, waiting patiently.
Trots over next to you. We get a little bit of a Charlie Brown of Argus also peeking over the window.
So I'm looking out the window, and I guess I'm going to do another Sandy vision.
Okay.
But this is much more focused.
Sure.
On, like, what's going out. What can I sense from outside?
Yeah.
Out the window. Nice.
That is a 10.
That's a 10.
So that's 3 questions.
So I get 3. Number 1 is gonna have to be who made this, if I can figure that out.
Who made this? What I will say is that, like, you, as you
let me this. Can I see who made it?
That is exactly what I was going to gesture towards. You sense this is a moving object. Like, you can sense. You close your eye, or you open your eyes. You allow this. You let the Sandy vision take over for a moment, and you see what can only be described as looking at the sun through, like, a solar eclipse viewer.
Oh, wow.
Like, you just see it. It's just there on the ground.
It's on the ground.
Like, it's like, you can sense it. It's in the distance. It's blocks away, but you just see what is clear, like, looks exactly like looking at the sun through a viewfinder. And it is in a place, in a location. The other thing that you sense, that I will call out here as well, is there's a few other things that you sense. Like, you're taking this in. Much more pressingly, you sense a ball of lightning and like the complete absence of energy. Like a ball of it's a void. You sense a ball of void.
Okay.
Heading in your direction very quickly.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I still got 2 more questions.
Yep.
What has been done most recently with this, or to this, and that's the ball of wood? Is it something that was just generated, or was it something that is, like...
This is a great canon question for you.
Yeah.
Sandy vision works on objects, not people, unless it is very specific circumstances.
That's correct.
Does that count if someone
in this game?
In this game. Does that count if someone is generating energy specifically?
I would say if someone is, like... If it's Cyclops firing an optic blast...
You sense the optic blast.
I can sense the optic blast.
Great. You sense...
Now, in the comic books, Galaxy would be able to sense Cyclops too, but that seemed way too powerful for this game. Sure.
So, I'll give it in this moment. You sense that it is not... These are... The ball of lightning and the orb of darkness are not so much... You can sense human figures generating these things heading in your direction.
Excellent. All right. And what strong emotions have most recently been nearby this?
The sense you get around the sun is one of desperate hope. Desperate hope is the emotion. It's a hope. It's a I hope something will happen, but it's a worry. This has to happen. The emotion that you sense from these 2 oncoming objects is, one, a sense of boredom and obligation. and the other
Amazing.
a sense of joy. The other a sense of like comfort and like a very relaxed
Comfort and joy. You just say it.
Yep. You get a sense of comfort and joy from one, and boredom and obligation from the other.
Amazing.
So
Christmas and like
Christmas and
Veterans Day,
and like yeah.
I don't know.
And then at that, as you are sensing this, you're taking all this in. You sense those emotions, and that's when all the lights turn out.
Oh no!
That's when darkness falls over the entire laboratory. Except for you can see this more than anyone, and that is a circle of like when the Jedi cut the hole in the door in the Phantom Menace, made of pure electricity. Somebody is tearing open a wall of this particular laboratory with electric force.
And that is where I'm looking, or like behind me where the door is.
You watch the ball. You watch the two balls come around, and like to your side is where the wall gets open as everything goes dark. And you hear through the darkness. All right, fellas, I gotta do some collection work. You know, I'm here on the job. I figured, everybody, you know the drill. This is a standard issue protocol. Go ahead and, everybody on the ground. We're gonna collect some things and we're gonna be on our way. Nobody wants to get hurt, but if I have to, I'm pretty good at it. You know what I mean? All right, thanks, everybody. And that is the situation.
Who do I see saying this when this dust clears?
I think you see this, no one else does, because of the supernatural darkness that has fallen. You are staring at Livewire and Nightfall.
Oh my gosh.
Livewire is the one talking, zapping her hands, and Nightfall is just behind her, like, just quietly generating this orb of darkness. You sense that the boredom and obligation is Livewire, and the comfort, joy, almost Twitter Peyton feeling is Nightfall behind her.
Excellent. Okay. Well, shoot. I can't allow that. I mean, even if I wasn't working here, I still, this is clearly a supervillain situation. Mm-hmm. Somebody's gonna get hurt?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Fair.
So, suiting up, changing the way light is bouncing off my clothes so it looks like my superhero costume.
Sure. Magical girl transformation, sure.
Yeah, that's what I got. And it's like, I don't think you guys have clearance for this level.
Oh, a superhero! Babe, there's a superhero! Yes, I see that there's a superhero. I thought this was just gonna be, this was supposed to, and I think Livewire turns back to you, like, leans on a desk. This was supposed to just be a smash and grab. I figured, we may as well turn it into a date night. Nightfall very nonchalantly. She's been working nights. It's been tough to find some time.
Oh, no, I understand that.
It
can be hard.
It can be tough.
Relationships do take work, though. Like, you have to meet in the middle.
That's why I'm happy to be here. And I think Livewire's like, all right, nice moment aside, and throws a ball of lightning at you.
All right. I guess we're going aggro.
I think we're going aggro.
Let's do it. So I'm going to try to dissipate the lightning before it hits me.
Sure.
The goal is to make it just discharge into static completely, but it may end up being deflected.
Sure.
Can't. Let's see. But I'm using weird on this.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. So that is absolutely dissipated into static before it even hits.
And I think that you managed to dissipate the lightning immediately. I think you also dissipate, because it's also like an energy generation. You also dissipate the shadow that Nightfall is generating. And in an instant, you are back in a fully lit office, and Livewire is just pointing a hand at you. That ain't good. That ain't, that was
I have saved the world a couple times, so this is. I don't want to brag, but I've done some stuff.
I kind of figured this was going to be a whole. It was going to be a whole thing. Babe, do we want to just grab the computers and run? Yeah, we're going to grab some computers and run. Bye. Just arms full.
Oh no, you don't. I'm gonna reduce the gravity under their feet so they can't run away, and they're just floating in space. I'm rolling so good, you guys.
You're rolling hot today. This is great.
This is amazing. Since I'm getting 10s, are any of these super moves?
These are super moves, yeah.
Fantastic. 1, 2. No.
Right? And the funny thing is that Livewire flies. Like, she's floating around, but, like, part of flight is orienting yourself, and I don't think that, unlike Superman, like, she doesn't have experience flying in space, so the second you take away that sense of, like, weight,
right,
she's just trapped, and then, this didn't go the way that I wanted you to think I was cool, I was gonna be a badass supervillain.
Can I... Give me those. This is not yours to take.
Yeah, but, he needs our boss, the guy that hired me, needs them, and...
Who needs them? What?
I'm not supposed to say, it's supposed to be a big secret.
Oh, no, I understand that.
It's
I get it. Listen, I don't want to get you in trouble. You're about to be in enough trouble as it is. I'm sure it's some murderous supervillain type.
Not murderous, just...
Like, I'm sure you're worried about, like, how he's going to kill you, how you're no match for him.
What?
And, like, how his vengeance is going to come down hard because you're not going to be able to defend yourself against his immense power. I understand that.
Babe, is he a murderer? You didn't tell me anything about... Roll me a move here to get it to...
This is a manipulate roll.
Fully manipulate.
I am not good at manipulation. This is a shot in the dark here. I can't even get Argus to help me with this one. That's not bad, though. No, that is bad. 6 is bad.
6 is bad.
So it does not work.
I think what has happened is, this is classic Powered by the Apocalypse. Get what you want in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
Because you are going to get what you want, but that also means that someone else is going to get what they want. They start bickering. Is he a murderer? You didn't tell me that you were working for a murder. He's not a murderer. He's just collecting things because he wants to build up. He's trying to build up. It's not even a weapon. It's like it's a walkie-talkie, I guess. I don't know. That's how he explained it to me, but, like, you know me. I don't go for the science stuff like you do, babe. You're the smart one. I'm the smashy. Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Thank you for recognizing that. And
I could tell you were the smart one.
Thank you. You get this information, and what Galaxy would have noticed had you been not wrapped up in this couple's argument, especially with your wrapped up Sandy vision, you would have noticed lurking behind all of this is how to even describe it to someone with Sandy vision. A swirling mass of energy that should not go together.
That sounds right.
A scrap patchwork of energy that has been ripped out of things. And we see this in Sandy Vision before, the viewer sees the Sandy Vision switched off, and a very familiar pink and gray unitard outfit, lurks out of the shadows and slinks back down and descends and returns to the hunt. So I think that, you listen to this argument and you get this information.
And I completely missed this other guy.
You completely missed this other guy, and his swirling mass of stolen energy as he slinks off. You get information that, Livewire has been hired by someone to collect technology from laboratories like Star Labs, specifically around monitoring and, energy signal building. They're building some kind of dish, some kind of walkie-talkie is the best you can get out of her because she's not a scientist.
No.
And at one point she says, yeah, he doesn't like to show up places because I guess he's got a history with the lab types, and also I think he might fry some of the circuits on account. He's a weird guy, but he's trying to build this thing. I didn't really ask why. He was paying nice, and so I kind of went after it. A girl's gotta eat. And a girl's gotta treat her girl to a nice dinner sometimes. Take me to dinner?
That's sweet.
So nice. That's so sweet.
Oh, it's really too bad you're not going to be able to do that.
So that is the information that you've received, coupled with the fact that there is this sun floating around somewhere.
Right. Alright. I should really deal with that sun. What am I going to do with you? This is the problem with being a superhero, I don't believe in the carceral state, so I'm not going to just turn you into cops or anything, but I don't want you to just I guess I could just leave you hanging from the ceiling.
Can I make a suggestion? If I can...
Well, that's what Galaxy's saying in the scene, so...
That's when Nightfall raises...
Oh, that's Nightfall? Okay. Your Nightfall voice and your...
Can I make a suggestion?
Oh, please.
I can just tell her to drop the job and we can just go. She'll listen to me. I'm the smart one.
Can you fix the hole in the wall?
It won't look quite as pretty, but I can have her sort of weld it.
You know what?
There will be a circle in it, but you'd have to probably hang a painting. But like,
it's not my building. It's fine.
It's not your building. Okay.
If you guys didn't steal anything, like you're giving back the computers,
stay where it is,
and you just go, I'm inclined to give this a no harm, no foul.
Babe, we're gonna go. Yeah, but no, I'm supposed to. How else? You're lucky that you're cute. We're gonna fight again.
Oh, could we? That would be so great.
We're gonna fight again. I'm gonna fight her again. That's great. That's great, dear. I'm very happy for you. and then you they just kind of slink off.
Right. So yeah, no way to know about that other guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go toward the sun. Yeah.
Okay. You,
it's like Argus. We're gonna have to check out the sun.
I've heard that checking out the sun is dangerous, especially to someone with your particular abilities.
No, I know. All right, not the sun. The sun on the ground. Right.
You can forgive my confusion. Traditionally,
fair enough.
On our planet, there is only the one sun.
No, okay. Yes. All right. Yes. But like, I saw what was essentially, like, I don't know how to describe it other than it was a star on the ground, but it wasn't.
We could perhaps come up with a code name. Maybe Ground Star?
Ground Star.
Okay. We will
so I saw Ground Star.
Now
but in, like, Sandy vision, not with my eyes, so, like...
Confusion has been abetted. Now that I understand we are talking about a separate object than the sun.
Thank you. Yes. We're not talking about the sun.
Okay.
So, that's not... I haven't lived in Metropolis very long, but I don't think they have ground stars.
I'm doing a quick scan, and I have not seen any reference to ground stars in my database. That does not seem usual.
And Galaxy looks around and is like, I'm getting fired today, aren't I?
Well, I mean, you did save the office, so perhaps you could make some sort of exception in this case.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll find out after I deal with the ground star. That feels more important.
All right, so you
I fly out the hole that the other two made.
At this point, a manager walks in with a coffee cup. Hey, where's Taylor? Oh, she's on break. All right, she was late today, so I'm hoping that she's back within an hour. So you are flying. You are sensing, and you sense it is you sense it is in a mostly abandoned warehouse, sort of an old, like, this is ex-Cadmus. I think Cadmus has been shut down, and one of a myriad of scandals. They've lost a lot of laboratories. This is the warehouse of a Cadmus lab that has been largely shut down.
Right. Is this by the docks?
This is absolutely by the docks. It's always by the docks.
I know. All right, well, fair.
And you sense that the ground star is in this building, not moving. Or rather, it is moving, like, slightly. Like, it's moving around the warehouse, but it is not leaving this building. It is hunkered down here. How are you making your way in?
All right. I'm going to do a weird check.
Okay.
Or a Sandy vision. And I'm going to see if I can see if there's an alarm system on the warehouse.
Sure.
Because I want to know what I'm getting into. That's not bad. That's good. So I'm gonna see. Can I see if there's an alarm system on the warehouse or some sort of defense mechanism? I don't want to open the door and there be a trap.
There is not. This is largely. It does not seem like this is protected in any
Nothing
way.
is wired. There's just like a padlock.
Yeah. And it seems the thing that you do sense related to that is you sense that noise again, that sensation of the car alarm. You remember a few nights ago. You're hearing it, and you're hearing it. You're feeling it in your bones. You are sensing like a signal coming from this building. Whatever the thing was that has been activating at night and waking you up, you alone, because you have this energy sense that is causing this signal that you alone can hear, is coming from this building.
Argus, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
I need you to check to see if I'm crazy.
Okay.
Can you do
I can begin by starting a series of questionnaires. Do you feel in control in this moment?
No, but that's not unusual. What I'm asking is, can you, like... You can read on several electromagnetic spectrums.
Of course.
Yeah. Anything weird coming from this?
Very calmly, like, puts forward his nose and kind of gives a little bit of a back and forth, and then just, like, backs up. Definitely unusual communication signals being blasted out to seemingly nowhere. Short answer is, while you may be stressed and uncertain about your position in life, you are not crazy, at least in this moment.
Well, that's reassuring. Thanks. Good boy.
Thank you. I know this, but I appreciate the affirmation.
Give him a little ear nuzzle. All right, let's see who's trying to make a phone call.
You make your way inside.
Is there a skylight?
There's absolutely a skylight.
I'm going to peek in the skylight.
You peek in the skylight, and you are greeted face first by a satellite.
Kendra would just dive in through these things.
You see another world in which Kendra flies down with a mace.
Uh-huh.
Especially when you're greeted in the face. Like, you peek over, and it is satellite dish in the sky, like, pointed in the skylight. It seems to just be pointed that way. It seems to just be pointed straight into the sky. So you see the satellite dish is directly in front of your face, and it is ugly. It is an ugly piece of technology that has been cobbled together from a bunch of different pieces of technology, a bunch of different stolen computers and lab equipment. Seemingly, you see some Cadmus tech, you see some Star Labs tech. There is some random bits in you swear you see something apocalyptian, but like not in the sense that this is an apocalypse type thing. This is just they found a parademon and snatched a laser rifle off of it. Like, it's just whatever they.
It's a hodgepodge.
Find. Yeah, fully hodgepodge.
All right. Can I turn it off from here?
You can certainly try.
Let's try. I don't want to go in there while it's on. It's making the hair stand up on the back of my neck.
Sure.
I cannot turn it off from here.
In fact, I think what happens is, you rolled a 5. What was your final roll?
I was an 8.
Okay.
Well, I guess I could.
You can turn it.
It's a mixed success.
You can turn it off, and then a bad thing is going to happen.
Yeah. All right. I like that. So I'm gonna reach out, I'm gonna feel out, and it's like this is a lot. Mm-hmm. This is intense.
Yeah.
I was not expecting how intense it would be to, like, put my hand in the fire hose, right?
Yeah.
Right? It seems like you should be able to do that, but when you do, it's like, So, but I do reach in and turn it off, and then what happens?
You reach in and turn it off, and two things happen very quickly. One, you and Kendra have gone through a lot of skylights. Very rarely does the opposite happen and something come through a skylight at you.
Yes.
It is now nighttime. It is now like early evening. The sun has set. About the same time of day as that scene earlier. And suddenly the sky is blue and it is as bright as noon around you as a being of pure solar radiation is hovering over you and like pointing a hand in your direction. Like, who are you and who sent you?
Oh, hi. I'm Galaxy. I'm kind of a superhero. No one sent me. It just seems like this, did you send some ne'er-do-wells to, like, steal some stuff? Like an electric lady and then the opposite of electric lady.
He's hovering for a moment, and as soon as he hears you say superhero, he kind of like drops his posture a little bit, and then he hears that, and he drops down, sits on like a ledge on the ceiling, and the radiation switches off, and it is a young man in like a silver and blue flight suit, just hovering like, yes, I'm so sorry, we needed a few more pieces to make the signal more precise. And
no, come on now. We didn't
have a lot of options. I really didn't want... Dr. Hamilton has he just got a bad history with us, and I didn't want to ask and trouble anybody, and I figured, I'm so sorry. All
right, well, really, sorry's well and good, but you can't just tell people to go steal things.
It was we were,
What are you trying to even do?
I'm trying to contact, and that's when the parasite tackles. That's when Galaxy sees the massive patchwork energies flaring off in all direction, having been ripped from a bunch of different things. The parasite is now, like, latched onto this being, this man, and, like, sapping energy off of him, seemingly with the intent to kill.
Oh, no. Well, can't have that. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and just rip him off. The guy. I didn't even get the little guy's name. But I recognize Parasite.
Yeah, I recognize Parasite.
This is his top supervillain, so I'm just gonna grab him. Not even gonna use superpowers on this. I'm gonna use my normal strength. But thankfully, when I go aggro, I can use my weird.
That's the nature of having cool energy powers.
Right? Nice. So that's a 10.
Rolling hot when it matters.
So, they have to choose, when I get a 10 plus, to force, it says force your hand and suck it up, or cave and do what you want. So, what does Parasite do in this moment?
Parasite is going
He feels like a force your hand rather than a cave sort of guy.
This is a force your hand. Because Parasite has been ordered to kill whoever has been blowing up laboratories. Has been ordered to kill this entity. And so, like, Parasite is going to do everything that he can do to accomplish that mission. Which means that he is wide open for whatever aggroing you are doing. Like, he is not backing down, so you take him out.
Right. Well, rip him off the guy, and I guess we're on the roof of the warehouse.
Yeah.
Throw him off the roof into the water.
He crashes, and the ocean almost boils for a moment. Like, there is just a gush, like a column of steam as all of this solar radiation billows into the air, and then nothing. Parasite.
Was that Parasite? That looked like Parasite. That
was Parasite.
Oh my gosh, it's Parasite. That's
they're sending Parasite.
All right. First off, before he comes back, what's your name?
Oh, hi, I'm Steve.
Steve?
Steve.
Do you have like a super villain name or something?
I didn't when I left. I guess I can.
No, don't make it up now.
Okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about something.
So
but Steve is fine.
Steve. And you have that whole radiation suit. That's
yeah.
Cool. Did you invent that?
No, the suit was given to me.
Okay.
It was a uniform.
All right. By who?
Can we go inside? I've got a coffee machine. Do you drink coffee?
I'm worried that...
drink coffee?
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, some can't, but I can.
Okay, let's get a coffee, and I'll tell you the story.
Is Parasite?
The
ocean is still steaming.
He seems at least occupied with probably being surrounded by a cloud of steam, so at least we've got some time.
Sure.
It's a story. Let's come inside. I'll fix us some coffee.
All right.
Cold coffee pot. Like, cold coffee pot.
I guess let me know if Parasite just appears.
I will keep an eye on the situation and alert.
Thank you.
Play lookout, as I believe the term is.
Yeah, just... you can stay nearby, but, like, you know.
It is my duty to protect you, after all. And you go in, like, gathers it, taps a coffee pot, and it starts to boil, pours you a cup. So, I guess first questions first. I'm human.
Nice.
I think that's important.
Here's something. I did save this character from danger.
You did save this character from danger.
So their energy automatically speaks to me.
It does.
So what's this guy's deal?
This guy's deal is, seemingly, as much as he has a human form, it does not appear that that's a body. It appears that that is solar radiation hardened and shaped into a human form.
I wish listeners could see the look on my face while I do this. This is so great.
Has sculpted solar radiation and compacted it like clay to form the shape of a person. And form the shape of a person with astounding specificity. And he's walking, he's paced, he's stressed. You sense that sense of desperate hope. Mm-hmm. And you sense all of these things. And the thing he feels like he's a star walking along the ground. And he starts to talk to you. He's like, I am human. I was in space with a crew, and there was an accident. Superman saved us, and we changed.
You're the ground star.
Yes, well, Ground Star's pretty great, actually. That's pretty good. Did you come up with that?
I think the dog did. Argus, was that yours?
Can I use that? I claim no ownership over it. That's sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's pacing back and forth. We were changed. I became this.
So you're not human anymore.
I mean, I prefer...
okay, I didn't want to make you uncomfortable.
That's a valid question. I've also been gone a very long time. I flew away. I became obsessed with the idea of flying off, and I flew to the only place that somebody that is made of the sun can be. I flew to the sun. I've been there for years, 10 years, trying to... I couldn't control this before, but I can control it now. I can... And, like, you sense that the solar radiation is confined into this human form. Like, it is, like, he's holding it in.
He's holding it.
I can hold it in. I can take shape now. I can...
What's it like inside the sun?
It's pretty cool. I'm not...
Yeah, I bet it is.
Like,
I have thought about this a lot.
You can see atoms being made in real
gosh.
time. And, you know, admittedly, like... It's probably not great if you're not made of solar radiation, or at least somebody that can consume solar radiation to a degree that it won't immediately eviscerate you. But, like, in my circumstance, it was kind of ideal. It was kind of
I guess
magical.
so.
It was like floating in a pool for a decade.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. It was the best. And I think Argus is now pacing back and forth a little bit with a look of consternation on his corgi-like face. And there were 4 of us. And I know that 2 of us died. Mm-hmm. We didn't make it. But one of us is still out there somewhere. And I figured I wanted to let him know that I was okay. That neither one of us needed to be alone anymore. And so I built a signal because I know that he's out there somewhere. And Argus is now, like, batting at your leg a little bit. And I just wanted to tell him that his family was still out there somewhere.
Argus, what is it?
When you asked me to be on lookout duty, was that specifically for Parasite, or was that for anyone of note?
I would say anyone of note.
Okay, well then I'm alerting you my duty is lookout duty, that we have... well, it would have been a matter of seconds if I had spoken up immediately, and that is my own failing, and I apologize. We now have about 1 second before half of the building implodes.
I should have been more specific.
I will keep this in mind going forward. This will not be a mistake that we make again.
It's not your fault.
I appreciate that. Half of the building implodes in an instant, and the radar dish is being torn to pieces.
Stephen must not be happy.
Stephen is... You would think that. And, like, it's hard to express. Like, there's a lot of emotion. Steven's going through a lot in this moment. He is horrified at what happens. And then there's a moment of, like, exuberance. There's a moment of being thrilled. And then there's a moment of being heartbroken. And then there's that desperate hope has come back. As the smoke starts to clear, you see a figure that looks a lot like Superman. The human bits, at least. And...
Oh, wait.
And the cyborg Superman is dismantling in almost a fugue state, dismantling this machine. I think he is in some variation, not quite a Superman outfit. It is some variation of a Yellow Lantern outfit. I think he's been out in, like, deep... Because I don't know if he's still a Yellow Lantern, but, like, he's been in
Well, it's
deep
your
space.
Game. You can say if he's still a Yellow Lantern or not.
He's not. I think he's left the Yellow Lanterns after the Lantern War, but he's been floating in space, so he's got that sort of, like... He's got the super... It's almost Kingdom Come or, like the Batman Beyond, where it's just kind of a line. And he's got, like, the black and red, like, he's in his space evil cyborg Superman outfit.
Excellent.
And he's dismantling this radar dish, screaming, "Where is he?" Tearing this thing to shreds in front of you. And you see, looking back and forth and pacing and, like, trying to emote and enunciate and say something is Steven. Like, trying to express something, but so horrified by this moment that he does not know how to put words in place. What do you do?
Steve, is that...
That's
the family?
That's the family. I can't believe it worked, but what do I say?
Well, family can be tough sometimes.
It seems that way.
He looks... I think...
I don't remember him looking like Superman.
Okay, well, that's new and interesting information.
He was just a guy when I saw him. When we left, he was the cyborg part I remember because he was stretching into machinery. That part I remember, but the Superman outfit is new.
Okay, all right. Well, he's looking for you. I think you should go out there, right? Yeah, this is what you were trying to do. Like, you did it.
You're right. I did it. It worked.
Good job.
And contains all
Wait,
the
hold on.
radiation.
I'm not entirely familiar with your friend here, but I've been a superhero long enough to know that some people are what they look like. He's a bad guy, right?
He wasn't when I was
fair
on his team.
Fair.
This doesn't look great.
No. The black suit's kind of
the black suit and the rampaging signal not great.
Okay. Well, why don't we go out together then?
That would be wonderful.
I don't want you to go out there alone just in case he is as bad as he looks.
All right. Do you want to go first or should I go? I'll go first.
You go first. I'm right behind you.
Okay, I appreciate that. And peering out from this management office, Steve kind of walks, his hands glowing with a little bit of solar power. Hank, it's Steven. You're looking for me. I'm here. And Cyborg Superman is ripping apart two computers, pauses, drops them, touches down, starts cracking his neck. What are you doing here, Steven? Why are you here? You aren't supposed to be here. You're supposed to be dead. I know.
He was in the sun.
You were in the sun. Who is she and what does that mean?
Oh, hi. I'm Galaxy. I'm a superhero, kind of. And he was in the sun.
I was in the sun for a long time.
And he made this
device. I had to get a hold of myself. I had to... you remember what the radiation did to us? It got us all fucky. What?
That's not really a scientific term.
It's... when you're stressed, you lose the scientific terminology.
That's fair.
I had to get a hold of myself. I had to figure out how to contain it and to ground myself and rebuild my consciousness, for lack of a better way to put it. I'm here now, though. You're not alone. And he walks up to Steven and just mutters, I was never alone. I was abandoned. And grabs him and throws him towards a wall, at which point he phases through the wall as radiation, and Cyborg Superman flies after him.
Okay, now that was just uncalled for.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna turn off his cyborg parts.
Okay, that's exciting. That's cool. I like that.
I should be able to do that. Just kind of keep whatever energy source is making them go, just having it stop.
Also, take a hero point for talking to Steven in that moment and not resorting to violence.
All right, so that's a 9.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a missed success. So I should be able to turn off his cyborg parts, but then something bad is going to happen.
Something bad does happen, which is that that ball of steam has conspicuously stopped billowing.
Yes, of course.
You are also tackled again by Parasite, who is not going to be tricked a second time.
No.
Cyborg Superman's power just goes slack for a second, and you can see through your Sandy vision almost like a worm. Like his arm is almost like a worm. It is a stretching, elastic sort of presence that is grabbing hold of other machines. But everything is turned off, so it's just grabbing, and you can see the frustration on his face. He's furious as you are tackled by Parasite, who just mutters, I was told to take out the threat. I was told to keep this situation quiet, and I intend to do so, superhero or not. And begins blasting you with solar radiation. Mark a point of harm.
Sure.
And what are you doing?
I'm going to say, you don't look like the type who always does what he's told. And I'm just going to sock him.
Okay, great. Go aggro.
I'm just going to hit him right in the face. Let's dance.
Let's dance.
Nice. So that's another 10.
That's a 10.
So he goes down hard. He is not expecting me to just punch him in the face.
He was certainly not. And he goes flying and, like, does the classic fist fight, cracks his jaw back into place and says, well, when the paycheck is good enough, you do what you are told. Luthor does not want details of the Excalibur expedition going public. I intend on keeping this expedition quiet. There is one loose end, and I've been hired to close it, and I am going to close it. And, like, lightning and solar energy flaring like boxing gloves around his fist, squares up.
Oh, no.
Go aggro one last, or I guess let's dance one last time.
Yeah. Here we go. Not great, but not bad. That's a 9.
That's a 9. I think mark another harm as the two of you. This is an old school superhero slug.
He sends me right through a wall. I think
you through a wall. You send him back through a wall. What do you say before you take him out?
Oh man, I should have something pithy for this moment. I mean, that's what she said. She's like, I really should have something pithy for a moment like this. I'm really sorry.
You gotta. I think the
my boot is on his face.
The fight has gone on, and like he is wavering, and you say that as you rear up the final point. He goes, my whole deal is energy. It seems maybe just write some stuff down, do some journaling, and then just cold out. At this moment, I think
I really hope this does not become like a nemesis situation. You're kind of gross.
He's a little gross.
He's a little gross. Like gooey in some parts. That's ugh.
And lurching back towards Steven is the cyborg Superman, still like mumbling and
oh, I imagine I want to point out, I imagine that in a fight with Parasite, I have lost the concentration to stop.
And I think what
the cyborg parts are back.
I think what he has done is he has stretched his consciousness into the satellite dish and is now swinging a satellite dish on a crane arm.
Jeez.
And is, I think, punches through the other wall, and I think because he can do cool cyborgy stuff, is scanning for solar radiation with the satellite dish, locks onto it, and starts walking in a direction with it pointed towards you can't hide from me. Not how you are now. Not how we became. You can't hide from me. It's just walking solemnly in that direction.
All right. I'm going to go aggro on him. I'm going to use my powers, though. I'm going to shout, and I'm going to do it at a intensity and pitch that's going to just murder his inner ears.
Sure. That's great. That's good stuff.
So that he stops.
Take a point of super. That's good. That's good energy.
So I'm just going to go, hey! And it's going to be the perfect frequency to if not put him on the ground, at least stop him in place to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Nice. That puts him on the ground.
That knocks him out cold. I think he seizes up. The problem with being a cyborg is oftentimes the fleshy bits. And in this case, the fleshy bits are the part that do him in. He seizes up. He is shaking. He just and I think in that moment, because he is, he's a little lopsided, he loses control and falls backwards. And the satellite dish is now just in the air and kind of pinning him to the ground as he is writhing in visceral pain and has lost the control to lift this massive satellite dish. And then you are hovering over him when you hear don't
what?
It's and Steven has rematerialized behind you. Let him leave.
What? Okay. All right. No, I'm open to this, but also he's kind of a bad guy.
I know he is.
He seems to be really mad at you.
He is. I'm his only living family, and I left him for the sun for a decade. I can see his.
Okay,
hurt.
but you have to take care of yourself too. You can't put your other people's needs ahead of your own all the time, especially even if they're family.
You are You're right. I mean, you're right. You are exactly right. And I think, like, his eyes glow red for a second in the Superman shorthand. And, like, he holds a hand over him, and you just hear circuits sizzle for a moment.
Okay, that doesn't mean kill him.
I'm working.
Okay.
And he creaches, and I think in that moment he flashes with solar radiation. I'm working. Bends down. Hank, I'm using molecular reconstruction to repair your ears so you can hear very clearly and you're not in any immediate pain. Are you understanding? Can you hear? If you ever set foot on this planet while I am here again, you will be scattered across the Milky Way, one atom at a time. Do we have an agreement? And like the sizzling and sparking. Do we have an agreement? And like the satellite dish just like shunts off and he climbs to his feet. You know what? Full villain spits in Steven's face and then floats off.
Honestly, that was better than I thought it was going to go.
That felt really good. Am I a bad person?
No.
That felt really, really good.
No. You have to stand up for yourself sometimes.
I gotta stand up for myself. He was hurt. He was gonna hurt me. He was gonna hurt he was gonna hurt you. And you're my friend. We're friends, right?
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. I'm glad.
We're absolutely friends. What are you talking about?
That was my only family. He just flew off into space. Hopefully to never.
Well, you can always make new family.
Tony and Terry, but they're gone. I guess it's just me now, and I don't.
No, you got me.
So nice.
You got Argus.
You got Argus. Thank you. That means a lot. I don't. But this guy.
You have to tell me more about being in the sun. Come on.
It's the coolest. I can't even put it into words. Like, imagine being where everything like this comes from. All of it. It's
sounds so cool.
It is the single most overwhelming thing you will ever experience, and then at a certain point it becomes normal, and that is a thing that you catch in these instances, and it becomes the most mind-blowing experience in the world, that everything, that some of the cosmos is normal to you. It almost feels heartbreaking, and then it feels rejuvenating. Like, you realize how unbelievable it is to exist in that environment, and it just... You feel every synapse in your body wake up when you have that realization. I can't even...
I think you did a pretty good job.
Thank you. I've been workshopping it, admittedly. But I don't think I can stay here.
Oh, okay.
I think this guy or whoever else, these guys are going to keep coming after me.
I mean, yeah, that does seem to be a thing.
I think I'm going to keep putting people in danger.
But remember, okay, like, you can't base your entire life on whether or not the people around you are going to be okay.
That's true.
And what they want.
That's
and what they need.
Good point.
And like, sure, you may be dangerous in like a cloak and dagger, black ops sort of way, and that's important to reconcile. But also, I don't want to undermine the breakthrough that you had recently.
That's true. You know what? Maybe I'll visit.
Please.
Because I think at the same time, I'm thinking about how great it was to be in the sun. And I gotta wonder what else is out there. And so, like, you see him switch to his radiated form. He does what he did in his 2 appearances in the Superman comics, which is a very good analogy for what I am doing, but also just the thing that this character does. Puts out his hand, and a disc appears under his feet, and he floats up, and he surfs off into the night. And you watch this star fly into the sky.
I guess Ground Star isn't a good name then.
Yeah, maybe not. And just at that moment, as a closing beat, you get a text from Kat. Hey, Kat, I met a girl at our queer leadership group. She wants to have like a double date dinner. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I missed lunch, so I'm starving. Where am I meeting you?
She names a really nice Korean fusion restaurant. You walk in just in time to see sitting with Kat, like Kat's got her drink. She lays you down, and sitting next to her in civilian clothes, but you can't hide the pale blue skin and flat top
is Livewire and Nightfall, and Nightfall kind of gives a wave like,
Oh my god!
you didn't tell me that.
Oh, this is so great!
We met earlier today. Listen, you, Kat, are a lucky woman.
Keep telling her that.
She is a delight.
She needs to hear it more.
She is a delight. She's okay. Are we gonna eat? Or are we gonna eat? And that is Galaxy
Wonderful.
in The Boy Who Fell to Earth.
Amazing.
A lot of things came together when I realized the title of that story is when it really all clicked into play.
So good. So good.
I did a lot of thinking about what obscure, like what Superman toy box characters and I was just like, there's a bunch of villains I want to pull on. And then I was like, Cyborg Superman as a Superman fangirl is a good character for Galaxy to meet. And that's when I remembered this. Hank Henshaw is a Reed Richards.
Yeah.
There's a whole arc where there's a Fantastic Four that all gets dark and grim because it's the 90s.
Uh-huh.
And he just flies into the sun.
I'm so glad we got to see him because I always wondered what happened to him.
He just flies into the sun.
It just flies into the sun.
He's dead, but he's made of radiation.
Yeah.
There's nothing implying that and we know that Superman flies into the sun for a million issues and spends
all the
there
time.
And becomes golden. Jadzia, thank you so much for this.
Oh my gosh, this is so amazing.
This was magical. I'm so glad.
I had so much fun.
What was your favorite part, favorite moment? What was
oh, God, all of it, really. Like, this has just been super great. But I really like that you pulled such a deep cut with Steven and being able to talk with him, and that was so fun.
That was lovely. Like, that was what I wanted. And what I really loved was that, like, a thing I like about Galaxy as a character is that sense of you hit it really well. It is that sense of, like, she is alone, she is isolated, but she has made we see it in The Prettiest Star, we see it in Hawker, that she makes that space her home. It is a journey of finding her home in the world, and I was like, is there, like, that's kind of what the character stood out to me, was like, it's an opportunity to put her into a place where she is looking at someone in a similar position of, like, isolated, alone, and with that question of, like, are they going to find a home? What does that look like? And then going, this is the Human Torch, and now he's the Silver Surfer. Go off. It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun bit.
It's really good.
Oh, I'm so glad. This was such a joy. Thank you so much for this.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was wonderful.
So real quick, before we wrap up, where can people find you and your work online?
Oh, don't try to find me.
All right, fair.
No.
What you can do is find Galaxy, The Prettiest Star, and Hawkgirl in comic shops around the country, as long as they are around, because they sell out quickly.
Yeah, it's true. Jadzia Axelrod is the website. I'm on Planet X on most social media platforms. Pretty easy to find me just with searching my name. It's distinctive. But yeah, I don't know if I do anything worth following on there, but if you think it is, by all means.
That sounds great to me. Thank you again for this. This was magical.
So great.
This is exactly what I wanted out of this game, and I could not be happier. Now I'm going to throw it over to me in the future so that he can wrap up with the show.
Oh, can I?
Please?
Take it, future Jeff.
Thanks, past me, and thanks again to Jadzia for coming on to the show. I really don't even know what else to say other than that level of contented sigh. Like, to get to sit down with not only one of your closest friends, but like a creator who you admire and respect and who has written stories that have captivated your heart, and get to play in that sandbox and like spin this little unofficial fan fiction story is just, there's no greater joy that I can conceive in this hobby, in this art form with this podcast. Be sure to check the show notes for links to all of Jadzia's incredible work, including but not limited to Galaxy, The Prettiest Star, Hawkgirl, Once Upon a Galaxy, the DC Book of Pride. The list goes on and on and on. And of course, you can follow her on Twitter, Blue Sky, or wherever else on social media at Planet X. Speaking of social media, you can follow us on Twitter at Party of One Pod, follow us on Blue Sky and Tumblr at Jeff Stormer, or on Party of One Pod on Tumblr, Party of One Podcast on TikTok. It's Party of One Pod or Party of One Podcast everywhere in the internet. You'll probably find us. Except Mastodon. I'm not learning what a federation is. Party of 1+1 is produced and edited, as always, by Jeff Stormer and Jen Frank. Music for the show comes from the soundtrack to the 1990 video game RoboCop. And the Party of One logo is by Evan Rowland. If you'd like to talk about this episode or any of the other ones, head over to our Discord at bit.ly/partyofoneDiscord. If you're a Patreon member, you should already be in the Discord unless you've left, at which point, get back in there. And of course, Party of One Plus One is supported by the Patreon, as well as all the other podcasts that we make and the games that we design, all that kind of stuff, all of which is supported directly by the Patreon. So thank you for your support. And of course, if you enjoyed the show, tell a friend, recommend they join the Patreon, or just leave Party of One, the main show, like a nice review on social media or a nice iTunes review, something like that. All of those things help grow the show and help new people find the podcast. And I mean, I think that's really all we do here. So until next time, you know how it goes. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to fight the forces of fascism every single day. Remember that self-love and self-care are radical and defiant acts of resistance. And as always, party on, everybody.